So in this video we are going to discuss about this kernel virtual machine, that is KVM. So basically this is like a kernel based virtual machine. It is a full virtualization solution provided for the Linux, basically x86 hardware, and this is basically containing the virtualization for both processor like Intel BT and AMD also processor like AMD V. You can check out like my previous video how to enable this Intel B or AMD V virtualization in x86 based machine. So and basically it is consist of like some of the kernel module like kvm.ko. So basically this is the main module which is provide this hardware virtualization, and the processor specific like module based on your processor. It is using like if it is Intel based machine, so you can it is using like kvm intel.ko, or it is if it is AMD based, it is using like kvm amd.ko kernel module for the processor specific architecture. So but in this video we are mostly focused on the like KVM networking, how the bridge networking we can configure in Linux KVM, and how the virtual machines get the IP address and how they communicate with this KVM host machine. Okay, so after that we can jump to this demo and I'll show you like how to create this bridge interface in Linux KVM host, and how to create virtual machine and how they are connected. Okay, so first thing is that what is this KVM bridge networking, which is very important to connect to connect this virtual machine to the KVM host machine. Okay, suppose we can take example like we are using this installing some Ubuntu machine, okay, and the physical hardware, a physical machine. Okay, so we can treat that machine as the KVM host machine, and we need to install some of the KVM related packages. Okay, so we'll cover that part in the next video, but this in this video we need to understand how internally to work this networking part. Okay, so this KVM bridge network uses internally Linux bridge. Okay, so this is act like virtual switch. Okay, and basically the tab devices, it is connecting to the tab devices. Okay, tab devices. So that is it is kind of virtual network for the virtual machine. Okay, instead of connecting this physical network to the virtual machine, it create the virtual network that is called tab device, which is connecting basically to this virtual machine. Okay, to this host physical hardware, that is the network card. Okay, so that for this virtual machine, this vnet, that is the virtual network, it is act like some of the physical network. Okay, so and it is connected to this LAN. Okay, so the second thing is that what are the different component is used to create this Linux bridge, that is the KVM bridge networking. Okay, the first thing is that the tab device. Okay, that is the terminal access point. So what is the tab device? This is basically is a virtual network interface. It's not like a physical interface. Suppose you directly connect to the physical interface, that is the Linux physical interface, some network card. So it is not working like that. Okay, so through tab device the virtual machines are connected, that is called virtual network interface. Okay, so that acts like virtual ethernet cable and connecting the host machine on the guest machine. We'll cover that part in the graphical like some images there, we can get the better understanding. Okay, so how basically the packets are flow. The VM basically the virtual machine basically the sends the packet from one end, and the host machine read the packet from the other end, because the host machine can understand only the that KVM bridge, that is the virtual switch what we discussed here. Okay, that is the Linux bridge. Okay, and the VM is connected to this virtual interface. The second thing is that Linux bridge. So before that, before configuring this KVM bridge, we need to first configure this Linux bridge. Okay, so this Linux bridge is a software switch. Basically, it is a software switch that connect multiple network interface, either physical or virtual, at layer 2. Okay, so this is the very important one. It is not working in the IP layer, it is working on the layer 2, that is based on your MAC address. So it is acted as a central point for the VM traffic. All the tab devices are connected to this bridge network. Okay, and again one more component is the physical interface. Okay, suppose you have like in your PC you have like two physical interfaces. Okay, so you can connect one LAN card to that first one, and you can put the second on the second LAN card. Okay, so these are the physical interface. This bridge network is depend on the physical interface. Okay, so we'll cover that part. So now you can see in the figure like this is the host machine and some of the network card is connected, like let it call it is like ETH0 something, and on the top of that ETH0, that is the physical interface, we need to create one virtual switch, that is BR0, which is called Linux bridge interface. Let name it as like BR0, and on the top of that BR0 we need to configure several tab devices, which tab devices basically connecting to this respective virtual machine. Suppose I created one tab device like tab 0, tab 2, and tab 1 is connected to VM1 and tab 2 is connected to VM2. Okay, so mostly the configuration is like this. This is the KVM one. Suppose I created some of the bridge like BR0 and this BR0, and all the VMs are connected to this BR0. That is one virtual switch. Okay, same like whatever you worked with like in Docker. By default, the Docker basically create one virtual bridge, that is you can see basically if you check the IPA command in the Docker host, so basically Docker 0 interface should be there. Okay, so this basically provisioning the IP to this respective container. Okay, so similar like KVM. Okay, so if you see this complex diagram, we are not going to cover up the complex diagram, but just basics I'll show you. Suppose in your Linux physical machine, this interface name is like ETH0 or ETH1 or something. We are not covering this red line. Okay, like VLAN will not covering. We are directly considering like one physical interface is there. Okay, suppose it is like ETH0 or 1, whatever it may be. Okay, so on the top of that physical interface, we need to create one bridge interface. Okay, so I create one bridge interface on the top of this physical interface. Suppose take it as like BR0. Similarly, if you have like another interface like ETH2 or something, on the ETH2, on the top of ETH2, I need to create another bridge like BR2 or something. Okay, and how this tab interfaces, suppose these VMs are running, virtual machines are running, VM1, VM2 and VM3, and this particular VM we are going to provision two interface, that is virtual interface. So how you can provide this virtual interface? Through the tab interface. Okay, so on this top of this BR0 we need to create one tab interface, and this tab interface is connected to this VM. Okay, as ETH0, that is ETH0 is the virtual interface, but this is just the physical interface. So similarly, if you have requirement like another static IP you are going to provide, so you can create another interface here. Okay, so this is one scenario how you can provision two virtual interface to a specific VM from two different that is bridge network. Okay, so this thing will cover. And another diagram you can see, suppose you are trying to provide some static interface to multiple virtual machines from the same bridge network. So I created one bridge network like BR0 having IP address like dot 0.1. So from there we need to create several tab interface like tab 0, tab 1, tab 2, like that. Okay, so tab 1 is provision to virtual machine 1, and tab 2 is provision to virtual machine 2. You can see the IP range. The IP range should be like this. Okay, 192.168.0. Then we can increase this number like .8, .9, .15, like this same series 192.168.0 series. Okay, so that they can connect each other. So this is all about how the things work internally. We can directly jump to this demo. Now you can see I log into one of the one of the Linux machine. Okay, so basically I simulate those things using some VBucks. Okay, so you can see one machine is there, Linux machine is there, and I provided four interfaces. Okay, we are considering the last two only. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so we are connecting to this machine using this IP.23. Let me check and show you what are the different interface available. Okay, you can see four interface I assigned. Okay, four network card. These are the physical card. Okay, these are the physical interfaces. Okay, and you can see the first one, that is S3, the second one the like S3. We are not going to touch this two interface. Okay, you can reuse that one, but I am not touching this one. I am for this bridge thing I will create two separate network interface. Okay, so that I will not touch anything of the first two interface, but we can reuse that one. You can try it from your end. Okay, so I assign whatever two interface I assigned, like one is NAT network and the second one is the postal interface. Okay, if it is NAT network and if you create one of the bridge on this NAT network, so definitely we can get the IP address from the DHCP server of this virtual box. Okay, and the second one you can see S10. This S10 is act like VirtualBox, what is called like host will interface. It is not used for the internet connection. It is basically used for the connectivity from the remotely connected, like SSH connection or something. Okay, so let me show you like how to use these two as the bridge interface. Okay, so already in the figure we told you like the bridge interface is depend on this physical NIC card. Okay, so in the Ubuntu machines, it is a Ubuntu machine. It is a OS release. You can see it is a Ubuntu machine. So in Ubuntu machine, the network you can configure. Since I already configured, but I will show you how I configured this one. Okay, so I configured two bridge like Linux bridge BR0 and BR1. Okay, and you can see this BR0 is pointing to S9 and BR1 is pointing to S10. Okay, you can see here BR0, it is tagged to BR0 and this one is tagged to BR1. I will tell you how to configure this one. Okay, so in Ubuntu we have like configuration like etc netplan. If you jump to this directory, if you put ls-l, previously this file should be there, and if you check this file, only this whatever this interface, like the second one you can see. Okay, the first two are we defined here, like it is that is S3 and S8. Okay, we're not going to touch this one. Okay, for the bridge I am providing these two interfaces. Okay, so let me configure. You can create several configuration file here, no problem. Okay, so I created another configuration file. Let me show you that file. This is used specifically for the bridge interface. Let me clear the screen so that it is easy to understand. So you can see it is a like YAML format, and whatever Ethernet you have, you need to put here. Okay, because this bridge 0 is depend on Ethernet S9. S9 is this one, third one. Okay, and S10 is naming convention for the last one. Okay, so S9 you can see I put the DSCP as no, DSCP as no, because we need to unconfigure the IP address on the physical interface. Then only we can configure this bridge interface. Otherwise, it should not work. Okay, so that's why DSCP for or no static IP, nothing is configured for these two interfaces. Okay. So let me create one of bridge interface, define BR0, and the interface is depend on this physical interface, that is S9, and BR1 similarly I define another bridge interface, and this one is depend on this S10. Okay, and you can see I put DSCP as yes because this one is a network. Okay, so which is basically getting the IP from the VirtualBox, that is network manager. Okay, you can check here in the tools, you can see network manager. Here I defined additional interface, that is 58 something. Okay, so this is not at all the DSCP server, no, nothing is there, no DSCP. And similarly for the NAT network, you have like a NAT network is there, and this is enabled this DSCP. Okay, this is the configuration inside this VirtualBox. Okay, so but away this is we're not covering that part. So this is BR1 interface, which is depend on the last interface, that is hostile interface, and DSCP no. So I provide the static IP to this interface, so it is act like gateway for the all the virtual machines. Okay, so once everything is confirmed, then you can how to then you can try netplan try. If everything looks good syntax wise, it can show you like you can press enter for the new configuration, then you need to apply this one. Okay, netplan apply. Since I already configured, it's not required. So once you applied that one, netplan apply, these things should be come off. Okay, like BR0, BR1 should come, and BR0 is getting IP address from this DSCP server interface, and BR1 we provide the IP address, that's the static IP. Okay, so and the next step, once you create the virtual machine and assign these interfaces, so that the virtual machine automatically get the IP address from here. Okay, and it is called as like tab 0, that is a vnet 0 or something, and similarly BR1 is act like static IP and getting the IP series of this 58. Okay, so this is all about how to configure this bridge network and how to assign this tab interface to the virtual machines. Okay, thank you guys.